You know what's better than getting a subscription box in the mail? Getting 2 of them. Hey friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Becca, and in today's video, we're going to dive into the classic and the modern boxes, both from Precuts Quilt Shop. These are monthly subscription boxes that each cost $60, and they're a little different, as you'll see as we dive in. If you want to sign up for either one of these boxes, in the first comment down below this video will be a link that you can use to hop over, find out all the details for it, and sign up. At the time of recording this video, I believe these each cost just under $60. So for those of you that are curious what the cost is, there you go. They have actually put a sticker on the modern box, so I know this is my modern package, which means this is my classic. Let's dive into the classic, and then we'll take a look at the modern. Here's the classic box. We got a sneak peek with some good stuff inside. Let's see what they have given to us. We have our pamphlet, and this is back to the little trifold pamphlet that they used to give us. For the past year, they've been doing like this booklet because there's been a block of the month in there, but now we're back to the old school pamphlet. Every classic box from Precuts comes with a small spool of Metler thread. This month we have a really pretty purple thread. This is Purple Passion. It is a retail value of $4, and it is a 50 weight cotton thread. We can always use a new package of needles, and this month we have a package of Schmetz quilting needles. These are a size 90-14, so they should work for all of your quilting needs. This is a retail value of $6, and there are 5 needles in this package. We also have a package of jumbo clips from Eversewn. Take a look at them down here. You have 5 different colors, 10 clips altogether. This package of clips retails for $5.99, and these are actually a little bit bigger than your traditional wonder clips that you get. These are really good. Actually, this is exactly what I use to hang my quilts on the wall. I've had a few people ask me how I do that. And so what I do is I take these clips, and on the back side of it, I put a 3M Velcro strip. So one Velcro strip is attached to the clip. The other one is attached to the wall. And then I just use the clip to hold the quilt, and it's on the wall. It's secured on the wall with some 3M strips that aren't going to damage my paint job when I take them off. We have a pattern that is written by Diana Bettle from Precuts Quilt Shop. This is what that pattern looks like. It is a jelly roll friendly quilt pattern that will measure 66 inches by 84 inches, and it is designed to be used with the jelly roll that we got in our box, which I'll show you in just a moment. This is a really fun colorway, but there's actually an alternate colorway in the pamphlet. So this is one option that you could build, or you could build an option that looks like this. And it's so interesting to me how just changing something as simple as the background fabric for your quilt can give it a whole different look. Same focal fabric, but different background. I think I kind of like the black a little bit better. This pattern, by the way, includes full color illustrations and all of the things that you need to know to make this quilt, and it retails for $12. To go with that lovely pattern, we have our fabric for our package. The first thing that we have is a full-on jelly roll of the Carolina Lilies fabric line from Robin Pickens. This is a jelly roll that features 42 strips of fabric that measure 2.5 inches by width of fabric. And this is a retail value of $48. I don't want to open this jelly roll on camera because I would just have a mess of strips all over my studio, and this is a great way to keep those strips nice and tidy until I'm ready to use it. So what I'm doing now is showing you on screen some imagery of what this fabric line actually looks like, so you can get a better idea of what all the prints represent, because let's face it, you're not going to see the full beauty of all the fabric from a 2.5 inch strip of that print. This $48 retail value is quite a haul, and it goes nicely with this 5/8 yard cut of fabric from the Thatched line, also by Robin Pickens. This is meant to be used as the binding. So between this, all you really need to bring to do the project for the pattern is your 4.5 yards of background fabric. You've got your jelly roll, you've got your binding fabric, bring some background fabric, and then of course your batting and your backing, and you will be all set for this month's box. This 5/8 yard for your binding, by the way, retails for $8.75, which brings the entire value for this box to $94.04, which does include just a little over $9 for your shipping and handling. So that was the classic box. Let's see what we have in the modern box. Elephant in the room, the modern box is actually not a box this month. It's a bag, but let's see what we have in it. We have a really useful notion, some fat quarters, and a postcard pattern. Let me show you what we got. Our pattern retails for $2, and it is the Stargazer pattern from Running Dough Quilts. This is what the quilt top will look like when it is all finished. It's really pretty, very scrappy, and looks very beginner friendly. On the back side of this card, it says that you're going to need 16 fat quarters to serve as the background, and then another 8 fat quarters for the various stars that are popping in here. And altogether, that's going to mean you're going to need 24 fat quarters just to make the quilt top. This is a retail value of $2 and a pattern that I feel like could be really easy to do. It's going to measure 62 inches by 76 inches when it's all said and done. We have a wool pressing mat. This is an 8.5-inch square felted pressing mat from the Gypsy Quilter. These are amazing. I use nothing but wool pressing mats when I'm doing my pressing. You can see I actually have one down here on the camera because this is my go-to pressing surface. I love them. The nice thing about the wool pressing mats is they allow the heat to hit the block from both the top where the iron is and the bottom because the wool is absorbing some of that heat. These are great. Now, I have heard a few people say, well, do you get buildup from your best press or a residual smell like a wet dog from using these? And I gotta say, I've never seen any real buildup from my best press on my wool pressing mats, and I haven't noticed a smell either, although I will tell you my sinuses are not the greatest, so sometimes there could be a smell and I just might not notice it. This is an expensive notion though, and it retails for $19.95. I've only been getting the modern box for just a few months, but that does seem to be a recurring thing. We get a fat quarter bundle, a small, easy, and affordable pattern, but then this extra notion or this extra thing that is just like, it's an expensive item. I'm kind of impressed with that extra item that they put in the box. We have our fabric, which is a 16-piece fat quarter bundle of Through the Woods by Sweet Fire Designs. And I want to show you all of these fat quarters up close and personal. But before I do, there is a little write-up or a little biography for Jackie McDonald, who I believe is the name and face behind Sweet Fire Designs. So I'm going to read that to you as I'm flipping through and showing you her beautiful creation. My story begins in Virginia. I grew up surrounded by apple orchards and open fields dotted with Queen Anne's lace and cows. Growing up, some of my favorite playthings were paint chips and an old book of upholstery swatches. I pretended to take orders from my mom and granny and would design shoebox houses for them decorated with swatches of fabric and cutouts of photos from the Montgomery Ward catalog. I loved creating beautiful artwork to nurture home and heart. My style is illustrative, romantic, warm, and sentimental, and I take many of my cues from my favorite flea market finds and sentimental memories. My family and I live in coastal Maine with my husband, Neil, and our sweet little boy, Sammy. We have 2 dogs, Tigga, Marie, and Quitty, and a cat named Cat we adore. Thank you so much for joining me on Sweet Fire Road. That's awesome. We have a fellow Virginian here behind this line. That's great. These aren't normally my colors, but I think they go well together, and I really enjoy the artwork that's on these. This is Moda fabric. The designer is Sweet Fire Designs, and the line, once again, is Through the Wood. This 16-piece fat quarter bundle, by the way, retails for $64. So this is a massive haul. $64, $20, and then $2 for the pattern, bringing the total retail value of this box, including the $9.30 it took to ship it here, to $95.25. That's about a $35 savings when you subscribe at the $60 a month price. So that's the modern and the classic box. I'd love to know which one you thought was better. This month, I think I'm leaning towards the modern box. That color palette is not normally my cup of tea, but There's something about it that speaks to me. Maybe it's because Jackie's from Virginia originally. I don't know. But either way, I think that's the winner this month for me. That's everything for this video, friends. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come on back on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time where we sew live right here on YouTube. I'll see you all real soon. Bye.